So now we are on YouTube too. Hello, people from YouTube. My name is Gabriele, and today I guide this immersion here. Today we are going to talk about talent. Let me explain a little bit how TNT works. TNT is a language platform for beginners, intermediate, and advanced speakers. Immersion meetings are not regular classes, so I'm not a teacher, and I don't teach you. So this is a place to free conversations, and so feel free to make mistakes here. Here we are in a safe and a respectful place. And the best part of it is that we can learn each other through the conversation in a real environment, all right? So let's get started. As we are 7 here, I split up you in another room. So if you accept an invite to go to another room, please accept. If you know, stay in the main room, okay? And at the end of the conversation, we'll be back to this main room and we discuss a little bit about the topic, okay? So just 1 second that I will create another. I think it's okay. See you guys. And we are starting this immersion, this conversation. So, Márcio, can you introduce yourself to us, please? And share a random talent that you have.
So, my name is Márcio Nunes. I live from my city, Cala de Linhares, in the state of Espírito Santo. I'm 44 years old. I'm married. I'm married, and I live with my wife and my son. I have a little dog. I'm a student administration. I'm work quality control in the industry. About talent, about me, I think about it. I believe I have the easy about to make a new friends. I don't know about talent. Then another thing I don't remember. But for me, another thing I have the great memory. I remember several things along years. Another thing I don't remember now, but 2 points I remember. I think I talk about it this moment.
That's nice. You have good talents, like have good memory and facility to make new friends. So this is so good, especially if you travel and you can live in another city. And during your life, I think it's a great talent to make new friends during the life. And you, Robert, can you introduce yourself to us and share a random talent that you have, please?
My name is Robert. I live in São Paulo. I live in Praia Grande. It's a South Beach in São Paulo. I'm married. I have 4 daughters. I work with 3D for metaverse, some things for VR, games. My talent make other people to smile. Maybe.
But maybe sharing jokes or maybe feel the other people happy for how you are.
Yeah, my joke is so bad. But I'm an optimistic person. Maybe this is a special thing in my mind, maybe.
These are my special talents, I think so.
Yeah.
And you, Fernando, can you introduce yourself and share a random talent you have, please?
Yes, well, I live in Brasilia. I am 33 years old. I work as an administrative assistant, and I am graduated in languages. So I'm kind of changing professions now, and because I have this goal to become an English teacher. I hope to start next semester, and a random talent. It's so difficult to to talk about it, about a talent of us ourselves. Maybe I have a good hearing. Yes, I have a good ear, especially to songs. I can identify music details, music layers. So this part of music production, I think I'm good at. Not playing or singing itself, but in this musical production part, I think I'm good at this. I hope so.
That's so nice, and it's an interesting talent. And all of you shared a talent that you have related to a personal life, like a personal talent, like not related to work. You understand? So, and the first thing that I thought about a random talent that I have, it's about my work. And it's interesting because I can recognize it, a personal talent, like Fernando, Robert, and Marcio said. And it's nice. It could be a good conversation, and maybe at the end of this immersion, I can find a personal talent of me. So just to introduce me, my name is Gabriele. I'm 31 years old. I'm from Rio Grande do Sul, but nowadays I'm living in Rio de Janeiro. I'm a person who works with a science, and nowadays I work as a science entrepreneur. I'm a food engineer, and I'm living alone. I don't have kids. I don't have brothers and sisters. I don't have pets yet, but I intend to adopt one. And on my free time, I really like to do a lot of things alone or with my friends. And about a random talent, I think I'm so good with science, like with analysis at laboratory. I can do it in a quickly way, and I can learn new procedures and things at the lab so quick. This is the talents that I have, but I don't know if I have a talent about myself, like to make other people smile or make new friends so easy. I don't know, but this is the talent that I remember now. So, Robert, can you read the question number 2, please?
Yes. What's your definition of talent? Well, it's so hard. Maybe when you can do something like, for example, play, how can you say violino? It's maybe hard to play violin, you know. You need to learning about music, about how can I say classic music, you know. Maybe it's a good example for me because it's I don't know, I don't have friends play musician about violin. Yes. Maybe this example, hard talents.
I understand you, and sometimes we can relate the talents with big things like maybe to play a difficult instrument or to sing or to act, because this is the easier examples that we have on TV and at the shows that we see the talent. But in my definition of talent, I think it's a thing that we practice a lot, and we have a mentor, like in the video that the person said. And I don't believe that we born with a talent. Maybe you develop the talent when we expose it to the talent, when we practice, when we put in action, you know. So maybe, but when I think about this type of things like in art, and I think, oh, if I practice this, I could be good to sing. I could be good during the sing or playing an instrument, but I did it in the past and it didn't work so well. So I don't know. And sometimes it's a conflict in my mind about the definition of talent. But nowadays, I think it's a thing that we can practice and turn to be good because we practice it a lot, you know. And you, Marcio, what is your definition of talents?
So, in my opinion, I believe the talent is the union about intelligence and in the Portuguese, I don't say the English dom, because I believe the person have one dom for a specific activity, but he is necessary intelligence for developing your dom. For example, in the sports, we have several examples about the great athletes in the world. I like to remember the big talent Brazilian Ayrton Senna, because when you participate in the competition, I forgot the name, competition. He not have the best car, but your dom and the intelligence, the great results in the temporada you participated. In another moment, the Senna is example for the world, the big athlete, not have the best equipment. Nowadays, have great talents, the specific sport, but develop a lot the equipment. But, for example, this moment, Lewis Hamilton, the big talent, because the best car, but the best talent, the union, the earn several championship. I believe, in my opinion, the definition of talento, inteligência, more dom.
It's a good definition because you put in a only word three things like intelligence, and I don't know if it's correct to say dom as a God gift, but I read this expression a long time ago, but I don't know if it's correct. But yeah, it's good to think about this definition and the examples that you bring to us about Ayrton Senna and Lewis Hamilton. And I think maybe, I don't know if you agree with me, but these guys have a proper environment to to put your talent in practice, you know, because if they did it in the past, like didn't search for cars and for competition, and didn't feel motivated and stimulate for the people that are around us or around them, maybe they don't have here, they don't stay here in this perfection and like a talent, you know. So one thing that I'm thinking about talents is that you need to stay in a proper environment that possibility to us to practice our talents, you know. And how about you, Fernando? What is your definition about talents?
I couldn't agree more with you. I also believe that people are not born talented. That maybe some people are born with this gift to in a way that is easier to learn some things. People with some traits have more facility to learn something, but not being born talented. It's something that you need to develop. As you said, you need an environment, you need encouragement, opportunities. So it's a combo to be talented in something. It's a long way, I guess.
Yeah, I totally agree. And how do you identify and develop your talents?
Well, identify, I think sooner or later you will notice that you are good at something, or maybe not, because it's difficult to notice that. Sometimes you are good at something, but it's something that you do every day and you get used to it and you don't notice that is a talent that you have. But once that you recognize that, you should study it. You should emerge on that thing to develop those talents. Yeah, I think it's more or less like this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think sometimes it could be difficult to identify and our own talents, but once we do it, we need to put in practice and maybe stay dedicated to develop this talent, you know. So yeah, I think sometimes we can notice their own talents, but we can recognize in the others the talents. I think for me it's easier to identify in the others and don't look to me and don't look to my talents, you know. And how about you, Mars? How do you identify and develop your own talents?
So I don't know about identify myself talent, for example, because I think about it in another moment in my life, but I don't know. Discover my talent. I know about several things. I realize good, better, but not talent. For example, about English, I studied during 5 years. Not talent. I study, I improve, I develop a long time. In the big talent, two or three years, the talent already fluent more easy. In my case, not my talent. I need to study more. I need to practice more, develop more. Another thing I try to play the guitar. For example, I studied during 2 years. In my case, I need to study more, develop more. Not my talent, but I get the good results in the future because I try, I practice, I forgot the name. I nunca desisto.
Yeah, and how about the talents that you mentioned, like to make new friends? Sometimes told you about these specific talents, or you recognize that while we are doing new friends in the past. How do you discover these talents?
For me, I discovered because everywhere I go, for me, more easy. I start the talk, different person, the talk is the good conversations, the conversation a lot at this moment. Another moment, I can to message WhatsApp, for example, or another thing. It's simple because I talk a lot in my case. For me, more easy. For me, it's a talent because I know several people have difficulty talking another person. For me, I never see a specific person. I go there and talk with them a lot. More easy for me. I believe that's it.
Yes, some people are more introverted and they don't do it. They don't talk with strangers and don't make new friends so easy. And you, Robert, how do you identify and develop your own talents?
To identify, you need to talk with a lot of people. So, you need to make friends. For example, when you play a guitar, if you have a real musician in your group, these friends are your friend identify your talents to play guitar, you know. It's funny because I have a friend. It's a big artist, a big sculptor, digital sculptor, you know. And this friend hate when you say about endowments. It's dom, né? It's this friend hate this because when he start your career in a sculptor artist, you know, he work hard a lot, you know, and sometimes you need to work. You have a passion for this, and your talent is work hard. It's your real talent.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think sometimes we have an ability to do something. And because of this ability, or because we are so smart to do something, we develop a specific talent because you practice a lot something. Like a person who have a good audition, a good, it's like Fernando said about to hear about music and to have a good, to be a good listener about music. A person who have this maybe could be more talent to play instruments because they have this ability, and sometimes they discover a talent during the playing instruments. Like, so in my case, I didn't expose to instruments or to arts or to sculpture, like a lot of things related to arts, music or pictures or something like that. But I was stimulated to math, to chemistry and something like that. And when I grow up and I go to the university and I went to university, I discovered the talent to stay on the lab and doing experiments and work with science. But maybe if in my past I was stimulated to do other things, maybe my talents today are totally different. So I think during the life we are discovering your own talents, maybe because we are exposed to one and to another one, or because we are so passionate about something, like you said, Robert. Sometimes we just so passionate and we can practicing or put in practice this passion and develop a talent, you know. So let me see the next question. Marcio, can you read the question number 4? And you can read the question number 4 and 5. We can put these two questions together and answer both.
Okay. What is your greatest talent? Are there any talents you lack that you would like to have? In my case, I said I don't know about my greatest talent because I try several things, but not my talent. I get this performance because I study, I practice doing a long time. My greatest qualify this, I know my greatest qualify is I'm a patient person because I have a long time, several experiences about the test my patients. This my great test qualified. And another question for me, I would like to have a big singer because I like to sing, but my voice not better. But I said I intend to play the guitar. I study together. I study to sing better. In the future, I improve the 2 topics, but I would like the big singer in the world.
Thank you, Marcio. And I have the same. I'm lack to don't have talents to sing, and maybe one day if I practice, I will improve it and maybe turn not a big singer, but a person who can sing only with friends, you know. So this is enough for me, and I really like to maybe study music and singing someday. But practicing, I did it in the past, but it didn't work so well. But maybe in the future, I can have another experience, a better experience about it. And you, Fernando, what is your greatest talent? And if you have a talent that you lack and would like to have, please share.
Oh, I have many of them. Just to tell you, Marcio, that making friends is a really good talent. This talent of communication. It's not easy for me because I'm a very shy person. So in a party, something like that, hardly ever I will talk to someone that I don't know. So it is a good talent to have. And my greatest talent, I think, is writing texts. Since I was a kid, I like writing texts, and it's kind of easy for me develop a text without pressure, of course, because I'm not good at doing anything with pressure. But I think I can develop nice texts, and people already told me that I'm good at this. I wrote some movie reviews some years ago, and it was good. People told me that I was good. So yeah, and a talent that I don't have that I would like to have. I go with you both, sing, because I can sing. I can sing in tune, but I would like to have like an unusual voice, a not normal voice, like a Eddie Vedder or Steven Tyler, something unusual, something different, Michael Jackson, something that everyone knows. Oh, is that guy that is singing? And I think that is a wonderful talent that I would like to have.
Yeah, I can imagine how it could it be to have a voice like the singers that you mentioned, because I think it's so extraordinary, and I don't know if I can lead with this if I had one, but I think it's so nice to have this specific talent. And you mentioned about to be a good writer, and I remember that I'm a good writer too, because in the past my first options for the university, it was to do journalism, but I gave up this idea. But I really like to write texts, and I'm a good writer because I work with writers too. So, but I couldn't remember this. It's an ability. It's not a talent. It's not a thing that I feel so proud to do. So it's okay for me.
It's like I said, it's something that you do every day that you don't even realize that you are good at, that you are talented.
Yeah, exactly. And you, Robert?
Make people choose mine. Maybe it's my greatest talents. I love to make new friends. It's easy for me. My kids sometimes say, hey, you know this person in different places. But I say for my kids, you need to make friends around the world. It's good for you because you need to listen different histories. You need good or bad histories, you know. It's good for you, and it's good to help other peoples, you know. And to do this, you need to make friends, you know. Of course, make friends is different than best friends, but it's easy for me. It's my greatest talent is make friends.
And are there any talents you lack and you would like to have?
What?
Are there any talents you lack and that you would like to have, like to be a singer, or I don't know?
Oh, yes,
You
yes.
are a good singer and we don't know about it, but maybe.
I have a guitar, but I don't a good guitar player, you know. But it's my dream, you know. Learning deep learning about the play guitar, you know. It's my dream, but you I say for to my sister, I need to two lives to do a lot of things, because I love to play guitar. I love sing, you know. I love bossa nova, play like I don't know, Tom Jobim. Oh my gosh, it's so special.
Yeah, I think the talent for music is one of the greatest, is the greatest one for me. And I feel so excited when I met someone that had this specific talent so close to me, like a new friend or people who work with me, and because it's a thing that I don't have, and I don't develop this during my life, and this is amazing. This is the one of the greatest talent that I know about music and about playing instruments and singing and something like that. So guys, we have time to another question for maybe 1 or 2 questions, I don't know. But let me see. Robert, can talent be learned or acquired, or it's solely based on innate ability?
You can learning. I have a big friend. It's a special drawing. Is desenhista drawing. I remember in the house in this friend, I say for my friend, I say for this friend, man, you have a don. And he say for me, no, Bob, my nickname is Bob. No, Bob, I don't have, but I love drawing. I love a lot. And I start to learning. I work hard, and this guy works sometimes to Marvel magazine. It's crazy, but because he work hard and a lot, and you can learning anything. If you have life, you can learn.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think we can learn a talent and we can acquire a talent during the life. And sometimes, especially when we know a person like Michael Jackson and other celebrities, so talents, and maybe their talents are innate. It's not it's okay. It's a talent that they improved during a long time, but I totally believe that they born with a part of this talent, you know. And you, Fernando, what do you think about?
Yeah, I agree. As I said, I think that people are born with some kind of facility to do something. It makes easier to learn something, but not they are not born ready, talented. It's something that you need to work on that. Like, have you ever noticed that people are talented only in things that they like? They are never talented in things that they dislike. Because of that, because you need to practice, you need to work on a lot on that. And people usually work on things that they like. So they develop that gift. And yeah, I think that's totally possible to acquire a talent.
And
Good point.
it's funny because my sister say for me, "Hey, Robert, you're so intelligent." I say, Rosanna, my sister is the name is Rosanna. I say, Rosanna, I'm not intelligent. I have YouTube. I have Google. I learn about my work. Watch videos, you know. And of course, I have Fortnite. When I start my career, I don't have YouTube. I don't know, some a lot of years ago, you know. but I know read, I know watching and notice some things. That's it.
But maybe you are a good research because you know where is the acknowledgement. Like you know about where is the videos, where is the acknowledgement, and that you need to know about something, to learn a new something,
Yes, but I have two different moments in my life without computer, and today I work with metaverso. It's crazy. Today I work with VR. It's crazy.
Yeah. And you, Marcio, what do you think about the question number 6?
So I agree with Robert and Fernando. I believe the talent can be learned or acquired a long time. For example, in the sport, we have several examples. The person achieve a long time the success, work a long time the success. Another example is the person the short time the success a lot. I believe I intend achieve my success in the long time.
Yeah, it's funny. And I agree with you guys. I think both can be happen. Like we can learn a new talent, we can acquire a new talent during the life, and we can born with a specific talent and improve it during the life. Okay. So let me see about the other guys. Hello, hey there. How was the conversation for you?
Oh, it was good. I had a problem with my connection in front of the class, but I back. I was in the class with Jairo and Victor. They have a good level of English. The conversation was so rich, and it was amazing. Very good.
Yeah, and can you share a person who you admire for their talents?
So I think I don't talk about this, but I think I skip this question.
No problem. And you, Jairo, how was the conversation for you?
It was very nice. A lot of point of view. I felt that we needed more time to discuss. We were just beginning the discussion, but it was very nice.
And do you have a specific person that you admire for its talent? And maybe you can share with us?
There are many people with different talents. I like to listen to music, especially nowadays I'm focused on rap. It's like in the mainstream nowadays. There is a rapper called Marcelo Gugu. I like it, the way that he wrote their lyrics. So that's one of the guy that I admire his talent.
That's nice. I don't know about him, but I will listen his music in the future, and maybe I can
He's
think
very
about
smart.
the same thing. And you, Victor, how was the conversation for you?
That was great. I think we just started our discussion, and that was a great time. I really enjoyed this immersion, and I was out for almost 2 months because of my degree. I am the last year, and now I returned, and that was amazing. I really enjoyed it.
That's nice. And do you have a person who share with us, because you maybe a person who you admire for for its talent?
So there are a lot of people, talented people that I admire, but I think one of the famous of our century and it's now in the trendy topics and in the almost the end of his career, is because of dedication and consistency and the sort of mindset, is Cristiano Ronaldo. And I don't like soccer. I don't watch, but he is a sort of guy that is very admirable because of his consistency and strong.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I believe Messi has the same talent, this talent for football, and these guys are so amazing in football. So I can spend a lot of time discussing about this topic with you guys. It's an amazing conversation for me, but unfortunately, time is running. And I put on the chat the survey about this immersion. You can rate this immersion from 0 to 10. And we have a chart to put some ideas and suggestions to improve the immersion, and maybe topics that you like to talk, and then I can bring in another immersion here, okay? Next Wednesday, we are going to talk about a routine, daily routine. And I'd like to see you again here, maybe if you have time to stay with me. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a good week and a good weekend, and see you in the next time, okay?
See you, bye-bye.
See you,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.